What's up, guys? G Guy here, touching base with you guys again on a deck profile that I just ran. I went to locals with a different deck. I was actually not allowed to play my Dino deck this past weekend because some of the guys didn't want me playing with it because that is my regional deck. Yeah, crazy excuse, but so I said, okay, I won't play it. So I substituted Dinos this week with a different deck, and I went with Heroes, and I 2-0'd everybody, the whole deck. I didn't prep the deck to be played for ready to play at the locals for that day. So I went ahead and didn't even get to. I didn't side deck too often. Had too much of a side deck. Just took a side deck from one of my other decks and improvised with different cards and stuff like that. So this is my deck profile for the deck, and I'll let you know how it did. Here we go. Like I said, I won the whole event at locals. 2-0'd everybody. 2-0'd, I think it was 3 rounds, and then in the finals. And I didn't lose one match. 2-0'd first round, 2-0'd second round, 2-0'd third round, and then we went in the fourth round and just faced off with me and the last guy, and I went 2-0 in them. The decks I played were I played a heavy samurai deck, which I haven't played one of those in a long time, but it was pretty good. I don't know what I was doing against those things. I haven't seen them in a long time, so it was kind of tricky with that. But I just dark lawed him past, and my dark law did most of the work. And then I played a Prank Kids deck, which was really good. Prank Kid Invoke. And then I played a Black Wings Orcus deck. Those are the main ones that I played with that. They were pretty good. I think there was a Cyber Dragon deck too there. But let me go ahead and touch base with the deck profile I did here. So I played Ghost Ogre. I only played 2 Ash Blossom. I did play 2 Ghost Ogre. But I was running, instead of running 3 Nibiru, I was only running 2 Ghost Ogre and 2 Nibiru. But I only run 2 Ash because lately I've just been feeling like Ash is like, I don't like running 3 Ash right now in this format, just because Ash Blossom, if I draw 2 Ash Blossoms, I can only use 1. In my Dino deck that you guys know about, I don't mind running Ash because I can just use it to pop the True King. But in this deck, I don't like drawing multiple Ash when I can only use 1. So I just... I run 2 Ash in the deck, so I don't brick. I need the deck as consistent as possible. Ghost Ogres they did good. Didn't do too bad, but like I said, I run 2 of them. So I run Bubble Man, 1 Bubble Man. I did use the Bubble Man combo one time with Absolute Zero and Acid. Cleared the board. Then I just started linking off and went crazy and won the game. And then I have 3 Nibiru here, but 1 was a Ghost Ogre, but it's 3 Nibiru. And the basic hero in lineup, which is Elemental Hero Honest Neos. 2 Stratus. The ban list just came out. He just went to 3, so I'll be doing a new deck profile with my most updated profile of this new hero lineup, so it will change. Stratos went to 3 and Malicious went to 3. I run 2 Elemental Hero Solid Soldiers in this deck, but it will probably be a lot of this is going to change out. But this is what the deck profile for my regionals, my locals that I did well with. So, run 2 Hero Soldiers. 2 Soldiers. Soldier is a really good card. He's not too bad. He does the work that I need to do. I did the Solid Soldier Stratos combo really well quickly. I did come across a move where I baited out a card that I knew they had to negate my combos, which I had Ferris in my hand, and I had Solid Soldier and Stratos, but I needed Ferris to go off, so I used Solid Soldier summon. I didn't want him to bait out my Stratos in case my turn didn't go the way I needed it to go. So they veilered my Solid Soldier, and I kept Stratos in hand, and then I went off with Ferris, and the deck went good. Next is 2 Shadow Mists. This is pretty standard. Everything, nobody knows these decks. 2 increase. Card is amazing. A lot of people don't realize that this card, when he's on the back row, he's a trap card. So he actually has a quick effect. It's a quick effect. His effect to tribute a hero off and special summon himself to get another hero from the deck is a quick effect. I had a few people try to MST him and just enchain the effect and send him off. I had one instant where I had him on the back row. I summoned Stratos. They tried a Veiler. I chained, sent Vision Hero increase to the field, attributed to Stratos, and Stratos effect still goes off. So really good. Vision Hero Vion. What's to say about him? They all work really well together. Malicious, who will be going back to 3. And I have my personal opinions about the deck itself when it comes to Dynatag with these new upgrades in it. And I'll explain it in a little bit. I also have 1 Celestial, really good card. I love the secret. And then 3 Ferris. And that's my monster lineup. My spell lineup is 3 Impermanence. This card is really good right now in this format, and it's really good in this deck because it just does everything I need to do. I don't like to run Veilers too much in this deck. I need consistency, and that helps me not get stuck with cards in my hand. 3 E-Calls, 1 Rhoda, 1 Polymerization, 3 Mass Change, 3 Fusion Destinies, and 1 Hero Lives. Now, like I said, I didn't plan on playing this deck, so I didn't have certain cards with me that I wanted to have with me. Like I didn't have my Super Polys with me. I didn't have to update the deck. I didn't have certain cards. So this deck was very basic hero, and it did really good just because. So the extra deck is 1 Dread, 2 Cross Crusaders, 1 Destiny or Dangerous, 1 Dystopia, 1 Acid, which my ad they came clutch today. 1 Diane, 1 Blast. I never used him. I just used Stratos' effect. I actually might cut him out. I mean, I know why they run him to protect the Stratos so his effect goes off. And there's a neat little combo if you use Stratos' effect to pop a spell trap, and then they do something to try and negate it. You can just chain and use Blast and do the same thing. Just pay 500 and do it again and pop some more cards off. I don't know. I like Enki. He did come in one time where I smacked for 1,400 directly in one game, but I don't really bring him out that much. So I might cut him just because he's a very good card, but I don't know. I just feel like there's better cards I could put in the side deck. Double Dark Law, 1 Adoration, 1 Trinity. Trinity did the work. 1 Tornado. I did this one time too, and then one Absolute Zero. I just run the Bubble Man because the Absolute Zero Acid combo. It's if you draw that Bubble Man in your hand and you're able to go into the poly or draw into a poly. I was lucky because I had Bubble Man. Had Stratos, searched for Stratos, got Ferris, had already Polymerization in my hand, and then I just went from there. So what I did was I wanted to bait out, so I just polyed. I'm sorry, I had Solid Soldier in my hand. So Solid Soldier, normal summon Solid Soldier. And then I had Bowman in my hand already. So they went ahead and I was trying to bait out whatever they had on the field. So I knew they had it. I knew they had the negation in their hand to negate Solid Soldier. So they negated my normal summon. They're like, oh, that's a good play, And then I polyed him and Bowman, went into Absolute Zero. I had Mass Change already, popped the Mass Change, went into Acid, blew out the whole entire field. And then Ferris was off to go to the hills and do what he needed to do. So it was really good. I liked it. And then my extra deck really was just basically just a lot of Twin Twisters. I had the other Nibiru was in there. This is some of it right here. The 3 Crackdowns. I had the 3 Lancias. I had a Pankratops. I had 1 Nibiru. I had the Phantasmes, Twin Twisters. It wasn't really much to it, and I didn't have my Super Polys with me. Otherwise, I would freaking probably made deck Super Polys. And then I just had the just some fillers in there. But the deck did really good. I was really impressed how well it worked. And you guys stay tuned for the next deck profile of heroes that I have, because the next one I come up with will have the new support cards as these two guys. My personal opinion with Stratos is the deck doesn't really need 3 Stratos. Like, the deck has so much power and consistency search engine, but then at the same aspect, you like, it's Stratos, you know? Like, that's my boy. Malicious, you can't go wrong with 3 Malicious in the deck. Yeah, you can brick. The good thing about Malicious and Stratos, if you want to run 3 Stratos and you're gonna run, you know, the Destiny Hero package in it, you run 3 Stratos if you're gonna run D-draws and allures and stuff, because you want to be able to pitch power. So you run the draw engine in there, you run D-draws, you draw into a D-draw, and you have 3 Stratos, and you'll have that more capable engine to get the D hero in your hand to draw 2 cards. So I'll be working on it. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I'll get the mechanics down and my ratios down right. And this was just a good budget fun deck. I've been working on heroes for a while, but I wasn't really looking to play with it at locals. But that's what I did, and I won. So you guys stay tuned for the next one, and then we'll go from there, and you guys will see what it is. All right, so take it easy.